The documentary Blackfish grossed $2 million at the box office and has been seen by more than 21 million TV viewers after its broadcast on CNN. The movie challenges how SeaWorld treats its orcas, or killer whales, often called by the name Shamu.
In 2013, a documentary changed how millions of people viewed marine parks forever. At the center of the story was an orca named Tilikum. But this isn't just the story of one whale, it's the story of an animal so intelligent that scientists believe it has culture, lifelong family bonds, and traditions passed down through generations. So how did one of the ocean's most intelligent predators end up performing for crowds in concrete tanks? Before we talk about captivity, we need to understand what orcas are really like in the wild. Orcas, also known as killer whales, are actually the largest members of the dolphin family. They live in every ocean on Earth, from Antarctica to the Pacific Northwest. But what makes them extraordinary isn't just their size or power, it's their intelligence. Scientists describe these differences as a form of culture, behaviors learned and passed down through generations. That's something we usually associate with humans. Now, compare that life to captivity. In the wild, orcas can travel dozens of miles in a single day. Supporters of marine parks argue that they provide education, conservation, and care for animals that may not survive in the wild. Critics argue that no artificial environment can truly meet the physical and psychological needs of an animal designed to roam entire oceans. One of the most recognizable signs of captivity is the collapsed dorsal fin seen in many adult male orcas. While dorsal fins can bend in the wild, collapse is far more common in captive males, likely due to reduced movement and altered conditions.
Captive orcas can experience a range of health and behavioral problems, including worn or damaged teeth from chewing on tank surfaces. Captive orcas can experience a range of health and behavioral problems, including worn or damaged teeth from chewing on tank surfaces, skin injuries from interactions with other whales, and stress-related behaviors. Critics argue these issues may be linked to the challenges of living in an environment far different from the open ocean.
Tilikum was captured near Iceland in 1983, when he was still young. Like many captive orcas of that era, he was separated from his natural environment and transported to marine parks, where he would spend the rest of his life. Over time, Tilikum became one of the most famous captive orcas in the world, but his life was also marked by tragedy.
Tilikum the orca has died after more than 2 decades at SeaWorld Orlando, where he gained notoriety for killing a trainer in 2010. It comes as SeaWorld San Diego closes down its theatrical orca shows this weekend. Again, here's Carter Evans.
On February 24, 2010, experienced trainer Don Brancho died during an interaction with Tilikum at a SeaWorld park. The tragedy shocked the public and became one of the most widely discussed incidents involving a captive orca. In the aftermath, investigations examined trainer safety practices and the conditions under which captive orcas were kept. For many people, the incident raised difficult questions. If one of the most experienced trainers in the industry could be involved in such a tragedy, what did that say about the challenges of keeping apex predators in captivity? These questions would later become a major focus of the documentary, Blackfish. But to understand why Tilikum's story resonated with so many people, we have to look at the life he lived before that day. After several serious incidents involving humans, people began asking difficult questions. Was Tilikum simply a dangerous animal? Or was his behavior connected to the stress, confinement, and social disruption of captivity? Those questions became central to the documentary Blackfish. I've watched Blackfish so many times, and the thing that stuck with me most wasn't just Tilikum's story, it was realizing how deeply connected orca families are. Learning that calves can stay with their mothers for life completely changed the way I looked at marine parks. When Blackfish was released in 2013, it sparked a massive public reaction. For many viewers, it was the first time they saw the marine park industry from the perspective of the animals involved. Attendance at some parks declined, public opinion shifted, and the ethics of keeping orcas in captivity became a mainstream debate. It's important to note that not everyone agreed with the documentary's conclusions. Some marine park supporters argue that the film left out important context about animal care and trainer relationships. But regardless of where people stood, one thing was undeniable: the conversation had changed. Since Blackfish, research into orca intelligence and social behavior has only grown stronger. Scientists have documented, complex communication, cooperative hunting, teaching behavior between generations, and evidence of self-awareness in mirror studies. These aren't simple animals acting on instinct. They're highly social, highly intelligent beings with relationships and traditions. So where does that leave us today? Some people still believe marine parks play an important role in education and conservation. But maybe the most important takeaway is this: orcas are far more than performers. They are intelligent, emotional, social animals with lives that are incredibly rich in the wild. And the more we learn about them, the more we're forced to ask a difficult question. What do we owe the animals that share our planet? If this video made you think differently about orcas or marine parks, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more ocean or wildlife documentaries from me, don't forget to like and subscribe.